Good evening. It's Katrin with Blend Precisely, and today is Monday, December 18th, and I'm coming live to you in a few different groups right now. And I wanted to, well, there are two reasons why I'm live. First of all, we have our week open now for the 30-day bootcamp, and it's happening and starting on January 2nd. And I wanted to really come on to answer a few questions because this bootcamp is a little bit more intense, more specific, more questions to answer, basically. So today, the whole week is going to be full of information, and we're going to close the card on Friday midnight Eastern Standard Time. So you have still a little bit time to think about it. But I wanted to really bring you all of the details needed to make an educated decision about if you need an app, website, and creating an educational platform, basically, either with a course, with a workshop, or free content, or as a membership as well. So I have prepared a few answers, a little slideshow. I can take any questions that come in. I'm also going to answer a few questions that came in through email. And then I'm also going to show you the bonus that is available to you where in the moment you basically sign up. But let me just share my screen first because I really want to make sure I'm answering all of your questions. And the question number one is, obviously, why should I worry or even consider creating a mobile app, and how much is it? And I'm going to answer this right now. So let me share my little screen with you, and you should be able to see the slideshow, why an app, and I can also, let me see, so let me have the questions. If you have questions, come in. I'm going live right now in 3 different groups, on a page and on YouTube. So wherever you're watching right now, I most likely will be able to see your comment here, and not necessarily always the name. That's depending if you're coming in from a group or not. But anyway, so let me just make this a little bit bigger. I can also actually put on the presenter view, and let's see, present. Then you might be able to, got it. Okay, that's maybe a little bit too much right now. Let me just get out of here. We don't need that necessarily right now. Okay, let me go back to this one because then I can at least see you and the comments coming in. Okay, so why would you need an app? So there are several reasons, and we just discussed that actually in our accelerator group. We just had our co-working workshop, and the question comes up really, why would I have content on a mobile phone? And is there anybody consuming it? So first of all, there's so many, there are so many answers I can give. But first of all, 70% happens on a mobile phone already. So people are stepping away more and more from the desktop. They want to have things on the go, and they are actually looking forward to have more simplicity. And that's how I see it. If I would like to learn something here about someone, I don't want to go anymore through a big Facebook group and messengers, notifications. Everything what we are getting currently on Facebook or Instagram is almost overload of content, overload in YouTube. There's a whole big movement of overload in general. So a mobile app or a content app is actually taking all of this away, and it's getting you specifically more into a simplicity for your audience. And what I mean by that, I'm going to go through this right now. So first of all, the content is available anytime and anywhere. And the question came up today, do I just have an app or do I get a website with this? So it's literally that you will have, and I wrote this in my page as well, or on my page and my emails as well, you will get an app, you will get a PWA, which is a website, and it's and then you will also be able to create a course. or a membership that is on the phone or the website. So you do not need to go live with an app, as much as I think it is the best way of in today's days of teaching, monetizing, everything else happening on a mobile phone as well as on an app. It's a beautiful combination, but you do not need to go live. So you can just stick to your website as well. And we have users just doing that. So the content is available anytime and anywhere. So a mobile app for enhanced accessibility, access courses on smartphones or tablets and desktop, study whenever and wherever, and it's handy and convenient in terms of your learning experience. So I just mentioned as well in our co-working workshop that I normally do the learning on the road. So I do the podcast, I listen to podcasts, I listen to videos, I listen to all of my tutorials while I'm driving. And it's most likely maybe America, maybe Canada as well. But we are driving a lot. So I do most of my learning in the car. I come home and then put my action items and actually create whatever I need to do. So just imagine you're now an aromatherapist and you would like to teach an essential oil safety class, and you have users that would like to have things on the go, and you have users or an audience that would like to be at home. So now they can actually choose both, because you're pretty much giving to anybody who is on the road or at home, you're giving them both options. And the nice thing about it is that when somebody, for example, is listening to something on the desktop and is watching something, they can pick up the phone and can go, and they can pick up at the same time and wherever they are right now, where they left off. So you will be or you will make the content available to somebody else's needs. And that is important, because we have content overflow. We have now AI out there. So everything is being much more accessible for people. Now it's up to you on how you deliver the content the people need or your audience needs. So the way of giving them what they need, meaning some of them watch video, others listen to a podcast, others want to download a PDF, they just want to read something, they want to read it on the phone, maybe they want to listen to it on the phone, but maybe they also want to download it on their desktop. And that is more the future now, because content has been made readily available. We now need to find more creative ways on how to deliver, and who is the person who is going to show up and deliver the content. They do want to see more of you. They do want to listen more of your things, and not just a Facebook post and a few words. So I think it's a little bit what I mentioned already in our group today. It's going to become more of a hybrid between you and the content you deliver. And it's not going to be much more this, there's a big course available and you have to learn a lot in that course, and you go through this at your own pace. I think people are backing up a little bit from that, and they do want to be able to ask a question in between. I just listened to your podcast. I do have a question. And on the phone, they have a little chat service in the app available. Does that now mean you need to be available 24/7? No, not at all, because you can set your own office hours. But what is nice, that the person is on their phone, they just listen to their podcast, and they can ask you directly a question. So that brings the beautiful familiarity back, where we can actually talk to someone on the other side, and not some kind of a robot, and not somebody we don't actually know who's answering there. So they see you're available for chat and they can ask you a question. If you're not available for chat, then they get the answer whenever you're ready. So the content is being made available on different platforms, and they can choose where to basically take the information in. Then with mobile, in my opinion, comes more simplicity. So what I mean by this is that when you create a mobile app and you put your own app, your own learning app out into the world, the person, your audience, can decide to download the app. They don't need to go through an entire jungle of Facebook posts on where you put something in order to find it back somewhere, the information on a blog post or somewhere. They have everything when they open up your program. Let's call it Essential Oil Safety for Children. They can open this up and have it right there. They don't need to like, oh, where did she say? Where was that again? And I know she went live with that one. Where did she say that? It's all in the app. It's all right there. So they don't need to go off into Facebook and get lost for any kind of notifications, because now they get your notifications. So the mobile app comes, for me, in my terms, with simplicity, because you can download it. You have offline access. You don't need to be online because it's a local app. It's native to your phone. So you can open it up and it will work there. You do not need to have internet connection. Fast loading at all times. We know that already. A website can get slow at times, especially if it is very graphic heavy, and the loading times are substantially higher than on a mobile app. You have, with that comes a progressive web app, a PWA, what I said. So you can choose between, or the user can choose desktop, iPad, mobile phone. So they can choose where they want to consume your content. And then the content optimizations for various devices. So that means you don't need to set up a phone app and then start designing a mobile app and then start designing for an iPad. You can do everything in this platform we offer, and it will automatically be resized to any device. And that is the beauty of this entire, that's why I think it's simplicity. It's the beauty of it. You design it once and it's being deployed to different devices. It's so cool. And then, of course, enhanced student support. And what I mean by that is that they have the ability to chat within your app with you. They don't need to look for your contact information. If they want to know if this blend is going to work for their child, they can chat with you. And if you make yourself available, you can immediately answer. You do not need to go into your emails to look for a potential email. You don't need to go and log into Facebook anymore. You don't need to go and check your YouTube channel if somebody commented there. It's all happening inside the app. Then you can choose public versus private content. So you can make part of your app, you can make available to the public. So let's say you have like a little bit of intro to essential oils, and you would like to have actually customers come in and don't pay anything at this point because they need to get to know you first, right? So they want to see what you have to offer. They want to see who you are. They want to know what kind of expertise you have. And then you say maybe once a week, here are my 10 new recipes or formulations. You can use them for elderlies, for this, this, and this, or for animals, whatever you do. And it has a little lock sign, and that means it's paid content. So you can actually monetize on the app. People can then say, oh, I would like to have access to the rest of her information because I really fell in love with the information I got for free. And then they can simply click on their phone, subscribe, and then they can have, like, they can pay 5, 10, 100, whatever your price is a month, and have access to all of your private content. And that's what I mean by public versus private. So you can choose to start out with free content, first of all, draw people in, and then you can actually have exclusive content for the people that pay. So in-app purchases, it's easy because most of the people, what they do is they just click at this point their little side button, and they can then have it connected to their payment system, and you immediately have a new subscriber. And you can make sections of your entire app or website for free and others then paid. Then the next beautiful thing is the push notifications. You can have targeted push notifications. See, when you get these little notifications in on your phone, you can click on them and it brings you right to the content. So in this case, you can choose to maybe do an automatic push notification once a week and say, my new blog post is up, and all of your users will get that on their phone. But you can also do controlled or targeted push notifications where only a certain member or a certain subscriber or a certain group gets a notification. So you don't need to send it to everyone. So if you have, for example, some kind of a membership or course on your platform, you can actually say, all of my course members, group A, is going to get the notification that I have a new lesson out. And then it's being sent to that person. So that's the beauty of push notifications. Again, it's not getting lost somewhere, but you will be able to then target specific users within your app. Centralized and organized back office. So everything is in one place. Your website, your app for Google, your app for the Apple Store is all in one place. You manage everything there. You upload your content. You create, you upload your videos. You can upload your podcasts. They are all in one place. You can write your articles. You can actually connect everything through Zapier. You can have YouTube channels stream into your app automatically. You will see all of your users in your app. You can do private versus public in your app. You can do the push notifications in your back office. Everything is happening in your back office. So you can see also performance analysis and everything in regards to your user, to your content, and to your design. Everything happens on the same platform. You can pre-populate content or you can actually deliver it live. That's up to you. If you're a person who says, oh, I would like to go live, you can do that and you can just go live on your app. If you're someone who says, I would like to prepare my content, I would like to give my content videotaped or a podcast, you can pre-populate it and then deliver it to your people. So you can create video, podcasts, PDFs. You can upload PDFs. You can just have simple text in it. And another question came up, can I upload my own logo? Of course, and we will come to that. Your own logo, your own name, it's going to be under your domain name. So everything is going to be yours. Nothing is going to be anything. Everything is going to be yours. You're going to be in charge of your app. It's going to grow on your platform. Blend Precisely has nothing to do with that in terms of you won't see our logos. You won't see our colors. It's all your branding. You can schedule live sessions and you can also display upcoming live sessions and dates and times. Integrated analytics and data tools. So utilize integrated analytics and external tools, connect tools to Google Analytics, to the Google Tag Manager. You can gather detailed statistics based on specific app events. You can, and by app events, I mean when you went live, for example, then you can see how many users watched your live. You can track the quantity and type of app traffic. And you can also use the data to make really informed decisions, what worked well and what didn't work so well. So just a quick recap. In general, an app, in my opinion, should be actually number one is the simplicity of everything. Your content is available anytime and anywhere, even if you're offline. You can set everything to public versus private content. You can choose who's going to see the public content, the free content, and who's going to choose and see, or who's going to see your private paid content. You have push notifications, so you can send your messages directly to the phone. You have a centralized and organized back office. You have pre-populated or live content delivery methods. So you decide if you want to do live or pre-populated. And then you have integrated analytics and data tools. And you will also have the possibility to design everything yourself with your branding. So again, it's available until Friday, aromatherapistsinbusiness.com. You can simply type that in. And you can learn much more on the page as well. I've got way more information there too. But I wanted to give this one here a good go because I know it's a little bit more complicated. We call it a 30-day bootcamp, and I want to make sure that it's not a walk in the park. You're going to spend the 30 days designing a website, creating your app. You will have tech difficulties. You will have headaches about everything else. It's just the normal thing about technology. But we are there every step of the way, and we will answer your questions. We will go live. You will get a step-by-step plan and roadmap on how to build out your course, how to build out your app, and you will also get the support beyond the 30 days. So it's not just going to be, it's like, oh, here you go, and here's your app. So I'm going to pause here for a moment and just see, there was a question. Let me see. My main question is, does this replace my current website? Which platform is it? And what are the monthly fees after the course is done? So Laura, this website, and let me just go and stop. Let me just come back here and share the other screen where, oh, it was the same screen. Let me just show you. So Laura, let me show you. Here we go. I hope you see it. It says that my Wi-Fi, we have heavy rains and storms today, so I hope my Wi-Fi is working. So in terms of the costs, Laura, so the entire setup right now, the course, the roadmap, the 30 days is $249. After that, the cost of the app and the website is going to be $39 per month. So this price here definitely will go up next year, because that is very, very unusual to actually have an app for that price. We want to do this because I know that most of aromatherapists start out and they want to actually hit the ground running. So we put this price here for $39 a month. Now, if you use any other app, you're looking normally at $100, $135 per month. So the upfront cost is $249. That covers all of the course materials, this helping, the tech support, the lives, the roadmap, everything else. And after that, you get 6 weeks free, actually. It's not a month, it's 6 weeks from the moment you sign up. You get 6 weeks free on the app to build it out and to be ready. And then after that, it's $39 a month. And we also do have the payment plan here where you pay for 3 months, $93 a month, and then it is $39. Now let's quickly talk about the Apple Store fee. These two fees, we have nothing to do with it. Actually, we could put money on it and charge more, but we don't. So when you sign up as into the Apple Store and you want to publish your app, for Apple, you have to pay once $99 a year, not once. They charge $99 per year. That's Apple, not our fees. And the Google Play Store charges a one-time fee of $25. So these two fees are independent of our services, and we have nothing to do with them. It's literally what Apple charges and what Google charges. But $99 a year compared to the audience you can gain and the monetization you can have is, in my opinion, very little and absolutely worth it, because it's really cool to suddenly see your app coming up in the App Store and you can distribute it from there very easily. So this part, I think, answers at least the question, will it replace your current website, Laura? And I would need to look at your current website and see what you're offering. This here right now is a content website, meaning it's not an e-commerce store. We do have an e-commerce website opportunity as well, an app opportunity. For that, I would say simply send me a message to hello@blendprecisely. blendprecisely.io, because I would like to talk more about the specifics for e-commerce. This is a separate platform. This is for educational use, for content, for creating a membership, for creating course materials or workshop type of materials. Okay, you turned off e-commerce. I can't be bothered. Okay, well, and the other thing is you can always link to everything. If you have, for example, an e-commerce store and you would like to have a content app, you can link from your content app, from your essential oil safety course, or from anything, if you have, for example, blends or something else you offer for sales as products, you can link to your regular e-commerce site if you have one. And in terms of, I care more about community building and classes, then I would say this is perfect. So if it replaces, send me your website again, or send me an email as well with your website. I can take a look at it. It would normally replace any other website, yes. So just to answer that question as well. All right, so let me tell you how we go about these things. So normally what you probably have seen already is this roadmap. I posted this roadmap. It's going to be 5 weeks, 30 days pretty much. And every week is going to be a little bit different depending where you are. And no matter if you get through the 30 days, the content will be available to you afterwards still. So it's not going to be shut off. Obviously, you pay $39 a month. You will have access to all of the materials afterwards. We just set the 30 days because, you know, what I feel is true is if you put a concentrated amount of effort into a very short period of time, you will be much better off for the rest of the year. You don't want to have things lingering around. You do not want to have absolute perfection going on. What you want is get this thing out the door and create your version 1.0 with the app, and then you go back in and make it better every single day if you want. But the 30 days are really meant to let us be here for you, show you how everything works, answer all of your questions, but afterwards you have continuous access to everything. So I would not be afraid, oh my God, I don't have time. Maybe I'm not around the second week of January. We have seen it and heard it all, because you do want to have your life still, right? So we are giving that as an effort for you to see and hear everything, and then you can go at your own pace afterwards. Now, I do think personally it is a boot camp, and it is much better to get through it and get it done and have headaches and all of the other stuff that comes with technology, but at least you're done then at the end of the months. Okay, how much time per day can we expect to be spending on average for the first month? Good question. I think it is a little bit depending where you are in your journey. So let's say you have already all your branding set. You could theoretically skip the first ones. You have your colors, you have your fonts, you have your logo. You can already go into the app then and start setting things up and playing around. So it's really depending where you are. If you start out from scratch, I would say you probably will look around, as an average, around 2 to 3 hours maybe a day. And if you have already some things going, then it's maybe just 30 minutes or an hour. In general, what Max says, an entire app setup, because it's a new platform, you need to get around, you need to learn. The entire app itself, to set up your app and the website, is around 20 to 25 hours in total. And then you, of course, might have already a course and you can just like upload all of your content, or you might need to learn how to create the content for a course, how to set it up, how to come up with a course name, how to think about the lessons. What do you want to teach? Please don't make it too big for your very first one. Keep it as a mini course. Keep it as a basic get started essential oil safety course, something like this. But yeah, it's depending a lot where you are. And again, I think if you're really quick with Canva, then you can hammer things out much easier. If you're really starting everything out from scratch, I definitely would say 2 to 3 hours a day. But yeah, I know a lot of people have been already doing some kind of material, some kind of Canva, some kind of web design, some kind of logo design, some kind of writing, some kind of blog post. You have your about page already. So it varies a lot. Yeah, but the app itself, 20 to 25 hours. And then I would say more or less the same for the course. Okay. Can I upload recorded Zoom videos into the app? And the answer is yes, you can upload Zoom videos. You can also connect your Zoom. If you have an embedded file, for example, you can embed all of your videos. If you have a link to your Zoom videos, we can connect that through Zapier or Zapier or however you call it. So your videos from Zoom, do you have them, let's say, do you have them on your computer? Do you download them, or do you have them in the clouds in Zoom? So that would be maybe important to know as well. Let me know. Okay. Okay, you've got them both. So the question is also how big are the files? But in general, you can upload all videos. Sometimes what I almost would suggest to keep them all in one place, put them on YouTube unlisted and then have YouTube stream in automatically. The beautiful thing about that is that you can theoretically build your YouTube channel at the same time, and then they will see always the next video. You know, when you watch YouTube videos and the next one is coming up. So if you have, for example, a prepared list of YouTube videos, you can grow your YouTube channel at the same time. So I would consider to either maybe upload them even to one platform where you keep everything. Like YouTube unlisted means nobody else sees them except the ones with a link. And I do this, for example, for my consultations. Nobody else will, it won't be visible to anyone else except for the person with the link. So we can talk about what the best option would be. I use, for example, Searchy. I put all of my videos in one place. I like to keep them in one place, and then I use an embedded file and just plug that one into the app, and it comes up as an embedded file, and it watches, and they can watch it right in the app. They don't need to go anywhere else. And that is the same if you have it on your computer. Yes, exactly. Absolutely, Tracy. So audio is a big part of an app because of podcasts. And yes, absolutely. Okay. Let me also show you what's going to come with this. So you will be getting today, I mentioned that in my post already. So you will be getting all of these beautiful mood boards here. So 10 of those ones. What they will do, they will give you a possibility to drag and drop in your own color scheme. I love to play around and find your own color scheme. So you want to make sure that you can, if you've never done your color scheme, your branding or anything else, you will now be able to use this type of mood board. That's what it is. It's a mood board. You basically select photographs, put them into, here, let me just show you for one. Put them in, duplicate page. You go into elements, you look maybe for the feeling, this theme you would like to achieve. And then you start plugging those photographs in, for example. And then later on, let's just take I don't like this one. I'm not going to go too deep into this right now because it would take too much time. But I wanted to show you quickly that these ones will be available to you. And then you can actually choose the color scheme based on your photographs here. So you can then say, oh, I like this light, let's say from the, where are they? Down here more. It's from all of them. Let's just start. So let's say you would want to have like a light gray. Then the second one should be maybe, for example, more of a pink. Then you want to choose the one where you see the lavender. So you want to maybe make it actually a lavender. The next one you're going to have like a light green. So this is how you can then choose. And there will be tutorials for that, by the way. Don't worry if this is new to you. And then you can choose your color scheme here. I don't know, maybe let's have a little bit of a darker color. And that's what mood boards are for. So let me delete this page again. Okay, and then the other one is going to be like an entire branding board. So you're going to get 60 of those ones. And you can go through these ones and get a really good feeling for logo, colors, font choices, as well as the font colors and how it looks with different backgrounds. So you can upload your own logo and put it in already. If you're a complete starter, you can start using these type of logos and play around with them. So they are really beautiful, and there are many of those ones. So I just wanted to show you, you will get all of these ones and 50 more after that. So you have 60 of these brand boards, and you will get 10 of these mood boards. So depending where you are, if you just want to play around with some images, I like to use the mood board. And then I actually transfer the mood board into my brand board here. That's what we do for the customers. And then I'm going to start choosing my font colors, my fonts. And then I'm also going to see how my logo looks with different background colors. And then you put those ones in, and you always want to keep this one handy for any kind of graphic work. So if you hire people, for example, in the future, if you go to Fiverr and you say, can you please create something for me that let's say an ebook, for example, or a lead magnet, you can give them this a brand board, and they will be able to create with your colors, with your fonts, everything off the brand board. Yeah, Tracy, excellent. The mood board is really a beautiful time saver. And this part is the beautiful part of creating something, right? I find being creative and getting your creative juices going. So there will be many more of those ones. And you can choose, oh, did I just open up the same one I did? You can choose from the ones you would like to see. So they are all different color palettes available, even just black and white, very simple, very nude colors, and also some more funky ones in the other ones. So you will get that one here as well. And that gives you a really good head start for the first part of the week, where we are actually going to talk about brand colors and fonts, and you're going to get a tour of the back office. You can log in, you can start playing around. So we really get you going right away on January 2nd throughout that week. Yes, you will, Sean. So you will be able to share your access with any administrative person. So you can give them access to your app, to your back office, and you can also say it should be an editor or it should be an administrative person, which is basically the highest role. And this way you can have them build it out for you even better. I mean, if you have that option, that's beautiful. So you can do that. They also could give you their brand board, for example, and you will have the videos and everything available to plug in your own colors, your own logo, and everything else. We also need to remember that, for example, the iPhone app is a different size than the Google app or a website. So the logo needs to be scaled to that. And that's actually automatically done in the app as well. So you don't need to do a lot of scaling. So, but yeah, you will be able to give access to your brand manager. Absolutely. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to show you. I wanted to make sure you basically know about the details of what this whole thing means, especially if you're new to apps. I think personally, this will become more and more the future. It is actually already, but for us as educators, as well as consultants, as well as for product creators, we will be looking at more and more at how we can actually integrate a more personalized approach with our audience. Because I think personally, it is very hard to teach someone about essential oils if they're somewhere far away. But if they have the option to ask you questions and to create a chat with you, or to have a comment under your video, or have a comment under your podcast, or to connect with other users in the app as well. That's just building a community. It's so beautiful. And yeah, so again, so Ken, really good question. We're gonna take you into the back office on Wednesday. That is where Max will take you right into the Ken office. Sorry about that. into the back office. It was a long day with storms and rain. I didn't mean to say Ken office, okay? But yeah, so on Wednesday, we will go live and take you into the Ken office. And you will be able to get a whole tour of our back office, and you will see how everything is set up and how you maneuver around. Always go in, of course, it's something new. It will take time to learn a new office. There is a learning curve, like with everything. I'm not lying to you at all here. I have been through many platforms, many technical things. So give yourself grace when you learn a new platform, but definitely it's beautiful. And in case you cannot watch live on Wednesday, you will be able to watch the replay. So I will make sure that that's available. So anybody who is going to be not available to watch the back office tour on Wednesday can watch it as a replay. All right. Okay, great. That's good, Tracy. We will be on date that time. Yes, so we will have that live. I need to check my calendar. I believe it was 3 p.m. Eastern time, but I want to double check on that one. And I will actually post it again as well, so you know when it's up and live. All right. I will keep on reading your comments in case you're catching this one as live afterwards or as a replay. I will be actually going through the comments and will still be answering all of your questions, because I think, choosing a platform is a decision that shouldn't be made lighthearted. So I want to make sure you get all of these answers. Again, the final price is only going to be $39 per month, not $249 or any of that. So it's going to be $39 per month for the app, for the website, and then also for continued access to the course and the materials we are teaching. It's only a one-time $249 fee for anything we are giving you in terms of templates, teaching, and availability, and the first-time access to everything in the back end. So that's it for now. And thank you very much for watching. I will remove this. And then let me know if you have any other questions. I will be here and answering them. All right, everyone, have a really good evening. And wherever you are, sleep well. And I will talk to you tomorrow, most likely. Bye.